What's up, He-Man fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, the co-host of I Have the Power, a He-Man podcast. Here with a look at the Mattel Masters of the Universe Revelation Deluxe figure of Battle Cat. So I had a massive Masters of the Universe collection when I was a kid, and Battle Cat is a figure that I always wish that I had back. And when I heard that Mattel was coming out with this new line in conjunction with a Masters of the Universe Revelation series, I knew as soon as I saw this, I would want one of these. So before I bust this guy out of the package, let's have a closer look at the details of the packaging now. On the front, it says Masters of the Universe Revelation Battle Cat. Deluxe articulation. On the top, it says Masterverse. On one side, it says Battle Cat Fighting Tiger. There's some sweet artwork on the opposite side. On the back, there's some more superb-looking artwork. Here's a product shot of the other figures available in this wave. And here we see a brief bio of Battle Cat. And now it's time to bust this figure out of the package and see what's inside. The figure comes in this tray with this rock wall artwork that you might want to use for a diorama. Here's the figure free of the cardboard packaging, but still in the inner plastic. And here we have Battle Cat out of the package and ready to rumble. And this is just a gorgeous figure. It's really amazing in so many ways. There's so much to like about it. So let's take a closer look at the details now. Let's start by taking a look at the saddle here. And this is really well done. The first thing I noticed is it's very pliable. So that should help the figure fit on it. You also have this like backrest here. And now that's a little stiffer than the rest of the saddle, so that should help you fit the figure upright. And I like all of this like segmented sculpting here. That's very accurate, and that just really makes the saddle look nice. Like the horn here, this buckle here, that's the different color. I think this is all very accurate. Yeah, that looks really good. So underneath here, the saddle buckles on, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen these straps here and unbuckle it. So that was very easy to unbuckle, and I'm thankful for that. I didn't have to worry about damaging the figure. Now let's have a look at the helmet here, and this might be my favorite aspect of the whole figure because it's done so well. I really like the fact that they painted the eyes on here. That way, if it slips askew slightly, you don't have to worry about not being able to see the eyes underneath. That looks really good. Like how the horn is up here. This is much stiffer than the one in the back there. Yeah, this is really well done. Again, I like this segmented look here on the side as well. I like all these little like sculpted in details, and you can even see how that looks there on the side. Again, this looks like armor. It's not cheap looking at all. Here's what it looks like from the inside. And again, this feels durable. It feels like something that will last you for a long time. So very excited about this aspect of the figure. And here's Prince Adam's best buddy. It is good old Cringer. And this figure looks just as good with the armor off as Cringer as it does Battle Cat. Let me start by showing you the texturing here. You can actually feel this if you were to run your fingers along it. And I think the camera picks it up pretty well. That looks really good. All the stripes are done very well. The applications there, the deco applications, the paint. Oh, that looks really good. I like the articulation here. You can get them to go back and forth a little bit. Same for the back here. You get some good movement on the tail. There's actually a hinge here, so you can get it to go up and down. I think it would be hard to get it that way if you had the armor on. But nonetheless, again, that looks really good. I don't know if it's supposed to move a little bit more or not, or if mine's especially tight. I don't want to force it. But yeah, I just really like how all this hair looks. I mean, it looks just really authentic. Now there is magnificent movement on these back legs here. You can see how fluidly this moves. This actually, not only does it rotate, you get this hinge here as well as back here. So that works really well. There's actually some pivoting here on the foot. Also magnificent paint on the bottom of the foot. Now that's, see, this is going the extra mile because they didn't really have to put that paint there because you won't see that very often. But, and as well as the toenails here. I mean, these claws, wow, that's just superbly done. Yeah, so again, all this articulation will help you get this figure settled into a very sturdy pose. So one of the things I prize as a collector is the figure being sturdy when it's loose and standing. I don't do a lot of dynamic posing or dioramas or anything like that, but I like for my figures to feel like they're not going to fall. And you can see here, this figure is actually standing on 3 legs. And so if you want to get him in like a striking pose with his front paws, you can do that. Also appreciate the fact that you can get it to rotate back pretty far because the way the sculpting is here on the body, it goes back pretty far. So yeah, that's really impressive. Just great design by Mattel there. Now I want to have a look at articulation here. Again, you get a hinge here, so you can move this back and forth. Also get a hinge here right above the foot. Of course, there's that paint detail. That looks really good. You can actually get it to pivot out and in too. So, I mean, wow, this is just really great articulation here on these. So you're going to have a very easy time getting this figure into the kind of poses that you want. Again, excellent work by Mattel. Now the head sculpt is magnificent too. I mean, you can see just how well this is done. You know, the eyes don't look lifeless. I like that. The ears are really well done. Very good detail. Very accurate to the show. Now, my only complaint with this figure, I think, now you can get the head to move up some and down. That's impressive. But I think it's supposed to move a little bit more here than it does, and I don't want to force this. Perhaps mine is especially tight, but I kind of wish that like his head would pivot around just a little bit more. So it may be that you get one that does that, but I'm not going to force it. And here's another just really awesome detail. You can get his lower jaw to move here too. Look at that. Look at the detail here in the mouth. Wow. Look at all that. Look how intricately that is painted. Just an excellent effort by Mattel. So I did have a little problem getting He-Man to sit flush on the saddle. It took a little bit of work, but I think that I finally got him on there in a way that looks pretty good, at least from this angle or the side angle. You can kind of see a little bit of daylight there from that angle, but I'm really happy to have this in my collection. The way that looks, it's just magnificent. It really takes me back. So stay tuned at the end of this video for some articulation shots. And also remember to catch me on the Multiverse Musings vidcast, available right here on YouTube. And I'll be back to the internet with more He-Man related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.